Aluta. Manda!
Hi, thank you very much. Hi, I'm Lasana Escare, the chairperson of the petition of parents to intervene into the July 26th. So the petition here, I'll go through it and read it to you. So we say, concerned students of the University of Nigeria, date August 1, 2022. United Nations, dear Mr. and Mrs. Ambassador, we would like to bring to your attention the continual human rights violation, police brutality, mysterious death, rape, corruption, by governance, and constitutional violations happening across our country. These issues have become a new normal, and the most recent one happened on July 26th, where we saw comrades, students of the University of Nigeria, under the banner of the Student Unification Party being vandalized, some of them being dehumanized. We saw a young man, a peaceful protester who gathered before the United States Embassy near Monrovia to express that they stand up against the government of the state and thereby us, President Weah, to fix the state. We also want to believe that you, our partners, might have seen via Facebook and all other social media outlets several horrible pictures and video footage of a young man, protester being violently assaulted, mercilessly beaten, and strapped naked in broad daylight. As one of our major partners, we beseech you to immediately intervene in this matter by committing our government to do the needful to prosecute the perpetrators that committed such an awful crime against humanity. Increasing cases of government-sponsored brutality are popping up every day, everywhere across the country. We are very afraid of the unprecedented level of insecurity. We will no longer sit and watch state oppressors destroy the fabric of this country. The indicators of another means or the worst armed conflict are rising steadily and becoming clearer every day. Interestingly, since the barbaric act happened on Tuesday, July 26, the government is yet to make a single arrest or prosecution. This shows that the inhuman maltreatment of specials of peaceful citizens, members and leaders of the Student Unification Party was a state-sponsored operation, especially since it was orchestrated by folks under the banner of the Council of Petra, CDC Council of Petra, a pro-government auxiliary team. Our countrymen, the veterans, are grieving and crying out for justice as they grow in serious pain and critical condition. We demand that the government handle this situation extremely and full of pertinence and political sentiments. The dreadful action on our Independence Day came first to us, to the minds of every Liberian and many Liberians as a striking reminder of our dark days, frightening memories that we do not want to ever suffer again. The days of terror, the days of people committing war and economic crimes against the state and having a walk in a park with impunity. Since our last hour, it has been 90 years now, our government has failed to provide justice for over 250,000 victims. This culture needs to stop. We demand justice for victims, dead and alive. We demand justice for traumatized victims, many of whom are living in deep pool of depression and frustration. We want to acknowledge and appreciate your unending compliance, cooperation, and support as a development partner. Over the years, you have demonstrated the true meaning of Allah, trustworthy growth partner. We have been there, you have been there with us through our dark days and still you are today. Thank you for not giving up on us. We demand you hardly, but we also urge you to do more for humanity's sake. Do more to compare our government to govern the state in line with international standards and their practice. It is also our passionate call and fervent hope that as a result of this great human rights violation, we would appreciate your approval of this petition and that it gets the formal attention to arrest this situation for further examination. Thank you for your attention and cooperation also. Signed as soon as the chairperson of the University of Nigeria, Fred Howard Jr. member, Stephen Israel Warduru member, Theophilus Scarlett member, Jara K. Bisa member. Thank you very much.
Manda!
Away!
Manda!
Away!
The way education sweet, the way justice sweet.
Amanda!
Away to do.
We are only gathered to seek justice for those that are victims. Yo, 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 yo. As power is sweet, but justice is sweeter than power. Yo, yo, yo. Amanda!
Away to do.
On behalf of the United Nations in Liberia, we received this petition, which I am doing on behalf of the resident coordinator. My role is the role of a postmaster. I have received your communication. I will post it to the colleagues chaired by the resident coordinator for a proper examination. But be rest assured that the concerns you've raised is pertinent to the UN. We are as concerned as this communication will be escalated to the highest level of Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Manda!
What's your name?
My name is Uchenna Nemebele.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. We appreciate it. Manda! Manda! Manda!
That's it. They presented their petition to the United Nations, and it's been received by the UN and university students. So this is Cool Online 2, Cool 91.9 FM in Painesville, Liberia, and we would like to give you a little view from the front here to see how best.
Manda! 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 Amanda! Manda! 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 The way money sweet, the way justice sweet. 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 Manda! Away! Manda! Away! Manda! 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 So
Male, male, male. Male, male, male. Male, male. No problem.
So they are still doing inquiry, still at the one UN house. Yeah, where students from the University of Liberia the University of Liberia was so saying they are concerned students. These are the arrest those involved in the July 26 incident, with some say stop the act of sentiments and arrest those against us. We need justice for Thomas Sisulu. Liberia belongs to us. Or justice for Christopher. Arrest the doers. A lot of inscriptions here on their placards. So we will hold on a bit while an inquiry has been launched as to see who's going to receive whatever they brought this afternoon. This is School Online too.
We must applaud you. We must tell you thank you for mustering the courage and the bravery to come out today. This way, as we gather you, you should be remember that the father was one person who stood in the gap to demand justice for Professor Sulu and the family. Your father was one of those brave men that challenged the start of post to petition our international partners to get involved. They said, justice our country now. So we applaud you for this boast. We applaud you for this bravery. We want to say you are courageous enough. We want to say kudos to you. Let's be peaceful as we take our partners here, and prayer will proceed to the United States Embassy to petition them, to tell them, to explain to them, to read our petition out about how we feel the way the government is sending this very, 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 very painful right now. I will say. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for the government ourselves. They are glad to be
So they are awaiting a representative. Here we still at the ECOWAS Commission at the one UN house, and after which they're going to be traveling to the US Embassy, I'm told, to present their petition also. Earlier you followed their first presentation. They are calling for justice
and thank you for standing up for Thomas Susu and the rest of the province.
In the recent violence action that took place in between students of the University of Liberia and that of the CDC Council of Patriots, in which Christopher Sisulu Sidley was brutalized, stripped naked. So we hear Cool Online 2. My name is Gordon Howard.
Without peace and justice, you are dead. Without peace and justice, you are dead living, dead walking. Without peace and justice, we cannot have no resting place. So we must get that peace, even though our peace is a fragile one. But our partners have been just aligned to the peace. So we must do everything to protect the peace that our partners for over about 20 years before civil pressure in the country here. And come back to us to not have it to now. We want.
So the Marshal Secretary here is requesting just one person because this is a diplomatic area. This is a diplomatic area. All right, so we've been asked to go with one person to present their petition, and because this place is a diplomatic area, so let's hope that we can give you update on what's going to be transparent. So we are here.
Oh, just one.
Yeah, that one I'm trying to.
It's not close to the authority to receive petition, right? It's not a political affairs officer. The ambassador is
So I beg you.
yeah, the ambassador is not office. Okay, no problem. The follow up.
Yeah, she said telling you. I'm not showing it to her. No, it's but I can't say it. Yeah, I know I can do that.
Okay, so I don't know, but we've been asked to just be on a standby. This is a diplomatic area, so this is the protocol. They are asking the media to leave because she is not the rightful authority to receive the petition. She is not the right person to receive the petition. She's the secretary to one of the UN diplomats. So I'm wondering how that's going to work because all of the media persons here have been asked because she's not following with the authority to receive petition on behalf of us. So this is it. We're still here at the one UN house, just close to the University of Liberia in the Monrovia City Hall. We're still on top of this development today, a wet day in Monrovia and its environs. But this is what we do. Full online 2, full 91.9. Going beyond the bound in ensuring that information for and about Liberia and Liberians I brought to your doorsteps. So keep tuning. This is Full Online 2. The spokesperson is back. And I think he's going to brief us later on as to what.
Thank you very much. We came to the headquarters of the ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States. But unfortunately, we did not meet the ambassador here today, neither the political affairs officer. But we met the secretary, who is now cloaked with the authority to receive petition. But she received the petition behind the scene, off camera. So we presented to her the petition of the concerned students of the University of Liberia. And she assured us that the petition, they are long, and they will present the petition to the ambassador, and the ambassador will make a report to the head office of the ECOWAS at the region there. So I want to appreciate the press for coming along with us. And from here, we'll proceed to the embassy of the United States to petition them. We want to carry this petition around to all of our partners in Monrovia here to inform them about the grave incident that took place on July 26th. And this incident took place on July 26th. And up to present, there is no arrest, there is no prosecution. There's a serious affront to the student community. There's a serious affront to parents that saw their children, that saw their son being brutalized, dehumanized, his trousers were taken up, born naked. Everybody saw this disturbing video circulating on social media. Every one of you, the press, you were there, you saw it, you carried life. So it is about time for us to stand up as citizens. We cannot continue to live in fear. We cannot continue to live in oppression. Just we are promised a change. Never knew this change was a retrogressive one. And what I saw just we are that his wicked days, his days of bad deeds, the days of dictatorship will come to an end. We saw what happened to Charles Taylor, and we saw what happened to other wicked leaders around the world. And his day will also show you that his children will be reminded that your father was a ruler and not a leader, that your father was a wicked man, The father was a reincarnation of Charles Taylor in the country here. So I want to say thank you to the press, and we have encouraged you to follow us to go up to the United States Embassy to petition the US. Thank you.
So that's it. You can rejoin us moments from now. We're gonna be there at the UN embassy just from the ECOWAS headquarters here in Liberia, where the secretary to one of the diplomats or the person going with the authority to receive the petition, receive it, but that was enclosed doors, so but we've been informed that it was actually presented. So Cool Online 2 will take this break. As soon as we get there at the United States Embassy, we're gonna rejoin you. So keep posted, don't you go away. Just in minutes, we are gonna be rejoining you shortly.